Hey, what's good everyone? This is Invains here, and today I'm going to go over how to improve using practice mode efficiently. So, I received a lot of questions relating to practice mode and how to actually use it towards growing as a player, such as, hey, I have a general idea on practicing things like controlling my character and basic punishment, but what else should I be doing besides that? I sometimes see some people attempt to use practice mode, but they may not fully understand like what to do, and then they'll end up doing other things like being caught in the combo vortex or doing anything besides what they should be doing, so on and so forth. Then they'll go back to playing online. But there's a lot more to it than practice mode than just the basics, and this video is going to be separated into 3 different sections. These will all be based on skill levels such as beginner, intermediate, advanced. So now I'm going to go over the beginner level practice mode. And this is covering the basics, including controlling your character and being able to perform any action you need to on command at any point throughout the match. As you're playing the game, one of, if not the most important thing about improving your craft, improving your gameplay, is being the best pilot you could possibly be for your character. And because being good at Tekken involves being consistent at various situations that occur throughout the game, so you want to be comfortable with controlling your character and be able to counter your opponent when needed. And something you want to ask yourself is, okay, I learned how to do the basic inputs for backdash canceling, sidestepping, and crouch dash. Can I do these things on the fly whenever I need to without having to think about it? So how do you put that into practice using practice mode? I'm going to use law as an example here and record a couple sequences. Which are these right here. One is for backdashing, the other one's for crouch dash canceling, which is, that's unique to Mishimas. I'm gonna go ahead and play this one here, just a random sequence. So with this sequence, I'm not just practicing like cleaner backdash inputs, so I'm not getting hit while backdash canceling, but I'm also trying to get used to doing this without having to think about like performing the crouch, the backdash by itself. This applies to sidestepping and crouch dash block as well, which I'll go ahead and play this one. This one is while doing 1-2 into 1-2. This is something I like to practice on Devil Jin. Is you do an immediate crouch dash block in between this, like that. These are the actions that you want to be able to learn to do on the fly without having to think about it too much. And as you get to the point where you can perform these actions consistently, you'll be able to focus more on other things going on in the match. Because you don't have to think about doing this when you need to, so you can put your focus on other areas. And it just applies to self-control, and having strong self-control is crucial, and it will help your gameplay tremendously. So now, I'm going to go over the intermediate section, which will mainly cover punishment. So the idea when it comes to practicing block punishment in practice mode, you go into the move list and select whatever moves that are giving you trouble. So I'm going to go ahead and use Jun as an example here.
Get ready for the next
I'm going to record a couple actions. And the idea with block punishment is that you're training your memory to recognize and react to these specific scenarios where you can get free damage. But you won't be doing this in match right off the bat. That's not going to happen. So I'm going to go ahead and let's see, down 4 and 1 plus 2. Let's make it simple. See, like right here, even I'm not even in practice mode. But the idea here is that you're training your memory to recognize these animations, because in game, like, even if you like practice this for a long period of time, like you're not gonna be able to like perfectly punish this every time, like right off the bat. That's unrealistic. That's just not gonna happen. But as you continue to practice this, you'll begin to recognize these scenarios much more often in the match, the more you see it. You definitely most likely won't be able to get it down the first few times in the game, but over time your overall success rate will increase as you encounter these specific scenarios. So you see right here, like Jun's down 4-4 is a pretty good something you see all the time. It looks like it's safe, but it isn't. It's 14. And it's pretty fast. You're definitely not going to be able to like block punish these right off the bat. So it's a matter of memory and experience. So like as you like continue to like practice this, your success rate will increase, like just as the more Jones you fight. You know, and that's just how it is, like just with block punishing anything in the game. So whiff punishment is a little different. So when it comes to whiff punishment, of course you want to be in range to be able to whiff punish at all. I'm gonna use law again for this one.
Get ready for the next battle.
But the important part about practicing whiff punishment is that you'll want to test the whiff recovery of the moves you're trying to whiff punish. So one thing I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna record Law doing 2 backdashes. I'm gonna set 3 different actions. One of them is 2 backdashes into a jab. That. Second one is 2 backdashes and a down 4-2. And the other one is do nothing. Oops. Alright, so what's happening here is I'm maintaining my spacing and with punishing down 4-2 as soon as I see it. Because down 4-2 in this case, if you're actively spacing Law, and you just see down 4-2, you can just go like, bang, just launch him. And you can even practice like doing shimmies as well. Like this. Like that. But the thing here is that you can't reliably whip punish both options on reaction. So Law's one jab, let's say you're fighting a Law that will often take on defensive posture, and stick with a keep out strategy. You attempt to whip punish his jab here. Solely on reaction, like not preemptive. You just get bodied. And you can easily get baited for that. Like, same situation, you see one jab, you tap a whip punch, and then boom, you get a down 4-2 for your troubles, and this is considered a bad reaction on the Deviljin's end here. You'll want to keep in mind what you can actually whip punish on reaction versus moves that recover too fast, like one jab. Like, to the point where if you go for a whip punish, it has to be preemptive, like even when at this spacing. And this all leads up to the advanced section of the guide. So now, going to go over the advanced section. This to me is the most important part of utilizing practice mode in general. This whole section will be about understanding the various situations that occur throughout the game and the options you have for them. The reason why this is very important to know about is because Tekken as a whole is a very deep game.
Get ready for
like every player does different things at different ranges and they have different strategies, especially in this game. There's so much going on even if it doesn't seem like it. So you'll want to know exactly what you're dealing with, what the opponent wants. You also know what your options are to stop them. And this is also a big part of developing high-level defense. It involves adjusting your style of defense to not just the opposing character, but also the player. And you're pretty much making them have to do like the most real offense to pick you apart. Like if you do this like versus Devil Jin, say you're fighting Devil Jin for example, and you're making them have to adjust his timing on his health sleep 50-50. Because otherwise it'll just get fuzzy blocked. So let's say you're fighting a Lars player who's pretty reliant on, let's take a random situation, dynamic entry 3. So this is a common situation. You might see it like a lower rank Lars, like they'll like this dynamic entry 3, like it's plus, like it's really good. It's like you just do it. It's a heat engager. Like it's a pretty good move. And it automatically goes into silent entry. What I'm gonna do is record 6 different actions that lead into the silent entry options. And this is just one situation of many more. Let's say just in this case, like you're playing, like we're playing towards the Lars player, like clearly, you know, they're just trying to like go for like constant, immediate silent entry mix. That's when you record that. That's and that's one, just like this too. So now, yeah, right now it's so. If you look at the frame data of these moves, you'll see that besides the armored high, the low is slower than the mids that come out. It is 3 frames slower than the slowest mid he has in his stance. And the high is like not even contender here. So if they're constantly going for immediate silent entry mix, you can fuzzy this back, down, back. So I'm not doing a good job at. So I put into practice myself. The low is 3 frames slower. So now the Lars player has to adjust the timing of his attacks here. So you do the fuzzy. If they had add what options do you add then? Like interrupting the stance is one option. Is there anything else? The layers and to add up from here. Because if he starts to take notice, like, oh, clearly he's fuzzy in the immediate mix, so he could either like he can delay the timing of his attacks because the attacks on silent entry aren't static. He can delay the options, and he also has, he has different stance transitions, but what are your options against that? Like right here. Since he has to do a stance transition out of that, like on block, you can interrupt in there, and then just the layers add up. And also keep in mind, oh, this is just an example of it. There's no end-all be-all solution. Like that's just unrealistic. You see the options they choose, and you're putting the pieces of the puzzle together to form a strategy that deals with it. Fuzzies, like what I showed just now, are very strong options to limit the opponent and shift the pace. And that's why practice mode as a whole is crucial to success, not just in Tekken, but any fighting game out there. So that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If there's any questions, concerns, feel free to hit me up. But other than that, thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe and take care.